welcome to the Wolfchase Toyota Insider. I'm Jeff Brightwood alongside Blake Spartman's golf coach of the University of Memphis. Coach, we got a tournament to recap. We're going to look ahead at one. First of all, though, we were just talking about this facility-wise, your practice, driving range, your greens, everything's going to look great. Fortunately, you were out of town with this 5 or 6 day monsoon we had. Things are going to be looking great over there at the Flot.
Yeah, just coming back from spring break, I was kind of excited to see where it might be, and the greens are almost full out of dormancy and growing, so we're mowing and trying to catch up right now, which is nice to come back and see.
We're saying it was really good luck, good scheduling to be out of town that week where all the rain came. You went down and played at the Colleton River Collegiate. Tell us about that and your thoughts.
Yeah, great golf course. Again, it hosted the U.S. Junior over the summer, so I kind of knew what to expect going in. Guys did a pretty good job preparing. First day, 36 holes, our first tournament in 4 months. We looked like a team that hadn't played golf yet. Just a lot of sloppiness, some frustration, always wanting it to be great right out of the gate, but very rarely is it ever. Right. So first day was a little bit frustrating. Had a very short. My meetings are always really short, but just asked them to kind of look back on the day and do something that night to prepare them to play better the next day. And I think they did a good job of that. We came out and made a great run at the lead. I think we wound up getting clipped by a couple shots, but we started 12 back. You can't give up that many shots going into a final round. Right. But I guess the highlight, Thomas Perot won his second event of the year, so that puts him in a great spot. Palmer Cup, All-American, all these great things are happening for him. But in general, it was maybe one of our best team tournaments because the final round they actually played. All 5 guys were in it for most of the day. A lot of contribution. Ethel McGowan shot our low round of the day, 1 under par on a pretty tough track. So I was encouraged leaving the property and then going on for the rest of spring break and having some fun. It makes that, if the final round's good, that makes the rest of the trip that much better.
Absolutely, Coach. When you're at a tournament like the Colleton River Collegiate, where you have been, as you mentioned, with the juniors, so you know the layout of the course, where you can be aggressive, where you need to play conservative, and I know you tell the team before you go into the rounds and between days. But how much interaction can you have with athletes when they're actually playing?
Oh, we can. It's full on. Okay. Everything but carrying the golf bag.
There you go. Sure, they would like that as well.
They would. That's not happening. I'm too old for that now. But yeah, we're heavily involved. We tend to walk the entire round with one guy. I feel like if you all of a sudden show up on a guy, sometimes if it's going good, he doesn't want you around. Right. If it's going bad, he probably doesn't want you around either. So we try to stick with one guy the whole round and really kind of pour in and help them learn. I think it's a great learning experience, and that's primarily why I do it that way.
You got to turn around now, back on the road, the Valspar Collegiate down in Stuart, Florida.
Yeah, best event of the year in terms of field, venue, food's awesome. So I got to lose a few pounds before we leave. But great event. Probably half the field or more will be at the national championship at the end of the year. So it's kind of the measuring stick and looking to conference and postseason and seeing where we're at and where we need to get to.
How do you attack this tournament with such a good field? Obviously, there, as you mentioned, half the field's going to be in the tournament, national title contenders in this tournament, but this team is more than capable of competing.
Yeah, last year we went to this tournament for the first time, and I think the eyes got really big. I don't want to say intimidation, but maybe we don't do it enough to have felt super comfortable. But this year, I think 3 of the guys will be returning to the venue, so they're not looking for all the hard stuff. They know where there's opportunities and they know where there's obstacles, and they're sharing that with the younger guys to help them prepare. I think we're better prepared to deal with this kind of event. I think the guys are excited and coming off of some decent play and some nice wintertime work. I think we're going to fare a lot better this year, and I'm excited.
And not only your second time there, got that tournament in last week. Again, you had that big gap, so hopefully you knocked the rust off last week.
And I don't think we had any physical rust.
Right.
I think we had a lot of mental rust and just the preparation, walking 36 holes.
Yeah.
The boys were pretty beat up after that round. So nice bounce back. But yeah, just getting back in the flow of travel, comeback practice, travel, and just repeating that.
All right, sounds good. Coach, best of luck down in Florida.
Thank you.
That is Blake Spartman. I'm Jeff Brightwood. This is the Wolfchase Toyota Insider on the Memphis Tiger Network.